Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and today I was going to the optometrist, but we have storming, raining, very darkish and outside, and I didn't feel like doing it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's the third time I've had to cancel, but I can't help that. If I can't go, I can't go. So I'm doing this, it's more fun. It's starting to rain pretty heavy now. I've got the window open, I've got the fan on. My husband sprayed some WD-40 on my chair. It's not squeaking. And I've got a candle going, because when you did that it sort of give it a little bit of an oily smell. It's not too bad though, that's why I've got the fan going, the candle on, the window open. And it's okay, it's sort of coolish, it's 19 degrees. But it's a really nice day to do this, really nice day for crafting. So I'm going to do today, I'm going to work on a three-dimensional piece for this because I want to. I just feel like I really want to try this because I've made smaller ones previously and I need a piece of felt that is something the colour of the thing that I want to make. And I've got that bit there, and then I've got some blue, but I think I'll go with the mauvey colour. So what you want to do is get the felt the colour of what you're working on, okay, if you can, because that way it's going to be covered over, okay. And then I've got wool. This is probably not Appleton, that one there is to sew with. I'm really liking this piece. I really do love this sort of thing. It's my favourites, one of my very favourite. I do love all many things, don't I? Say that every time. Okay, so now we have some cotton reels here because I didn't want to spend too much time fishing around in here today because honestly I haven't been able to wake up properly this morning. I've kept on dozing in my chair, so we've got to get on with this. Cotton reel. So this one here is about... Now the thing I'm going to do today, it's only going to be small because I want to do a small one. I don't want to do a great big thing, so I'm doing a small one. Oh, there's a sticker off one of my boxes there that now I won't know what's in it, but it doesn't matter. So this measures about 3 centimetres, the circle there. And this bit of circle around the top of that is 1 centimetre, okay? Now, I'm going to make... I've got a sharp pencil. You need a sharp pencil. You don't want one that's got blunt because it'll make a big line. So try not to do that. Now I need to be able to hold it nicely, right? So I'm going to put it here. I'm not going to put in a hoop. Sometimes I do, but today I'm not going to, just in case you just haven't got a hoop. Now you can do this with fabric as well as felt, but felt's the best idea because it doesn't fray. Now, try and put this in the middle of it best you can. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly because there's not a issue with that. Try to wiggle it around a bit and draw a circle in the middle. Okie dokie. Just going to check the time I think on that. I pressed down on it to make a little dent. I'm just going to check the time on my clock here because it's hidden behind some bits and pieces. Righto, now if I can get it done by 5 past 11, okay, 5 past 11. Now I know that's not good that I can't remember that, but I'm going to write that down. Because there's so many things that I will be doing between now and then, you know, I won't be able to think about that. Now, so I've got this nice variegated thread. I do love it, it's beautiful, and I'm going to use this. I picked all this up at opportunity, like Vinnie's and places like that. I did, that's where I got it from, and it's really nice. And I have more that I can't find at the moment, but I will look for it one day, or it'll just come up. I'll just come across it. Now this is a crewel needle. It's got a nice long eye on there, so you can put the wool through. You need a sharp bit on the end. You can't sort of you can't use a wool needle to do this because you need to sew. Wool needle will work, but not really. No, we're not saying that at all. So we'll stop saying that. Okay, so that colour is really good, isn't it? So what we're going to do is just some stitching. Okay, we're just going to do some up and down stitches like we started on the outside, and we're going to just do some stitching, and I'm going to go at first all the way around here to start with, okay? I hope you can see what's going on here. First up there's a knot. That's sort of a bluey colour, so I've got to make it so we've got to remember that we're going on a bit of an angle, okay? Now we want to stay back here. I'll take that one. Actually, I won't take it right that far at all because I want to do some sort of long and short stitches. So keep them in line as much as you can with where you come up. Like, you don't want to go over there, you come up back here, righto? Because that's going to be wrong. Just keep them in line of straight of where you're coming up with that, okay? I think this is dark enough. I thought I'd have a bit darker, but it's okay. I've got a fairly long thread here, and that's alright too. We're just going a bit higgledy-piggledy to start with, and I'm thinking this is not going to be small enough. Oh dear. I don't think I've made it small enough. See what happens. If we haven't, we can always do something different, I guess, because I've got another idea there that I can put it up a different thing. There's so many things that like I said to you, that I can do, show you how to do, and I really enjoy making lots of different things. But I did want this to be a bit dimensional, this belly band thing for the book. See, our book belly band. But I've got to remember too that I'm going to have to fasten a piece on here. So I must remember not to put anything there. I might just put two little, see that there? That's going to be where the closure's going to be, somewhere there. So I must not use that bit. Now, if you've got a piece of chalk or one of those disappearing pens, which for some reason, mine keeps disappearing, you can use that, okay? Now, because this is variegated, we've changed the colour. It's getting light around there, and that's all right because I think it'll look really good when it's finished. Now, like I had a long piece because you're going to use a fair bit of cotton, of wool. And it's going along pretty well. Now we're back to the middle. Well, we're back to the beginning, I should say. Okay, so now I might, we'll just go around and put it. Actually, I don't want to make my stitches too big. Just want to go in and put some in between. In between that one, come over there. And there, come over there. Just keep going around till you fill it in. We'll have to come back a few times, and that's alright. Maybe not have them all the same length, so that it has a bit of texture sort of about it. Putting all these in between the last lot, but then we're going to have to do another lot, but we'll come out from the other direction, eh? So it'll be interesting, I guess. Where's that line? About there, isn't it? I don't want to make it too big. Come over a bit further, not too much. Now, as you can see, it's sort of starting to bunch up a tiny bit, and that's fine. That's good, really, because it won't be as big as, it won't be too gawky. I hope it's not going to be too big. If it is, I'm just going to have to work out how to make a small one, aren't I? Now I want to go over my line. It'll be fine though, it'll work out really good. I went on the internet and tried to buy some more felt, but I can't really get it. I don't want to get it from overseas because you don't know what it's. If it's a stiffer sort of one, I've got some that's fairly stiff that I bought. think I had them in my hand a while ago, but I want this good wool stuff. I'll have to have another look and see if I can find something somewhere. I'm really... Jeremy was going crook last night, which we do on a regular basis, about how we can't buy anything in this town unless you go out the road and I'm talking about a couple of kilometres away from where we live to get to the hardware. He was wanting to buy some screws or something because there's nothing in the town and we don't have a car, and that's okay. I mean, I could go out there and we go for it, but I don't know what he really is actually looking for, and that's, he wants to go and have a look, and you can understand that, you know. We used to have 3 of them. It was really weird. There was 3 hardware stores, and there's only one left and moved out the road to where the places are, Harvey Norman and that, and there's the thunder going up there. I don't know if I'm not very liking on thunder. I'm not. I don't mind it if there's rain, and that's really weird because that's dangerous, I think, the lightning and the rain. I don't mind it if there's... I hate the storms that have got no lightning and thunder with them for some reason. I don't know what that is, but I've always been... My nana was really scared of storms, and therefore my mum was, and my nana used to cover over all the mirrors and put a blanket over the table and put the kids under the table. I probably told you about that, because even when one of my aunties was older, she got under the bed. Poor old thing, she was frightened to death of the storms. I guess I'm more... It's really weird, I know, but when the kids, you know, were home and Jeremy wasn't here or whatever, you had to be not scared, didn't you? I'm not scared now, but you know what I mean? When sometimes you do get it, and it's a bit scary. I'm not scared. I can't explain that, but I used to be a little bit sometimes, so I don't know. You just got to be... I've told the kids sometimes being scared's not a bad thing. At least you look after yourself better if you're frightened of something, I reckon. You know what I mean? It's a thing that protects you from whatever. I don't know. I'm going to go around from the inside now, and I'm just going around in here, look. See me? Yeah. This is filling up pretty quick, so that's good. Where am I now? Try not to, don't overlap your thread on one of the other stitches, okay? Don't overlap it. It's just coming up through the back and going down in there. Like that. Now we're going to pay particular attention to the fact that we're going to try and make this reasonably round on the edge, around here, okay? Reasonably straight. That's what we're after. Coming through here. Now I don't know, I guess it's because I pulled it up a bit, which I didn't mean to do, but it did pull in. So that middle circle has got extremely large compared with what I started out with, unless I didn't go on the line. Where's this? Look at that. That's just not the same, is it? Probably haven't come in far enough. Keep working on it, Sonya. It will happen. Where am I now? There. Righto. So last night I had to ring the vet. There's a lady comes from I don't know where actually. She's coming here to Parks to do vet clinics because there's no vet in the town. And that's a veterinarian, you know, that looks after the animals. Because our Minky has to have his yearly vaccination. So he doesn't get any sort of cat germs. He doesn't go outside, but he still needs to have some sort of protection because if the people come here and I don't know, I don't have many visitors because that's just the way it is. But if they bring anything into the house, you know, any people that come to fix anything, or, you know, you don't know what's on their shoes, and you just got to be careful, so make sure that he's always vaccinated. So she's going to ring me back because there's something about having the cats and the dogs in the same place at the same time, because she's going to have I think she's going to use a building in our park, and she's going to wait for the council. Now, I wouldn't think that was a good idea, having to wait for the council to approve, because they're crappy, our council, but they should be approving that very shortly, I hope, because everybody's going to be very disappointed if we can't get the vet to come here and look after our animals, because ours moved, because he couldn't even sell it. He just moved away. He just left after a really long time, because I think he was here for years. But and there was a lady one too, but anyway, this lady seems really nice, so she's going to let me know on Friday if it can be done this week or in 3 weeks' time. So it'll depend on what happens. So anyway, so that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not real good round that bit, but that's all right. I'm not going to panic about that. What I've done, I've gone across there. Why did I do that? That was not a good idea. Don't do that, Sonya, because that's not going to be one bit helpful. You'll understand that in a minute. Why? I'm going to bring that in a bit with some stitches. Pull it up a bit. And that won't matter, because that'll make it look a bit better. We're going for dimension here, so there, and texture and what have you. Now this knot's a little bit huge, isn't it? I'll try and get that out of there. Well, I can't, and that's okay. I will in a minute. I didn't think that was where it is where I started it. Righto. I'll come up here with me cotton and just tie that onto there, and that way you're going to end both of them off at the same time, okay? There we go. Right. What's the name? Smell of that candle's really nice. I bought it a while back. It's the second one I've used, actually. It's called a blood orange or something. Nice. We do like blood oranges. They're really tasty, actually. Okay. Now, without doing too much damage, I've got to cut around the outside of this. Please try not to cut anything on the other side. It's not too bad, you know, nobody panic, because now we're going to cut the middle out of it. Rightio. Try not to cut your string at the back. That's why I had to move that bit out of the middle. I'm going to have to go around here so I can watch it. Make sure I know what I'm doing here. Just carefully cut this out. Okay. Alright. Got it. A bit more. I'll have to go back and trim it back a bit further than that. Okie dokie. Now, still lots to go. We're only on to the beginning. Righto, so I've got that out reasonably well. Now I'm going to get a piece of the corner, because that's the best way to do this. Just get a corner piece, stick it down in, no, put it in there, measure that a bit, go across there, cut this off here. You look at that and you think, oh, that'll look in there, look at that'll fit, won't it, see? Right, now, I don't know whether to put that, make that yellow. Was I going to make that yellow inside? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. No, I'm going to do. I know what I'm doing now. It's occurred to me again. Right. Okay, so we're going to sew this over cast stitch right up here. I'll just put that bit of a tail in there too, so it's out of the way. We hopefully got plenty of time to complete this because it's got a bit of work to go on it yet. It's not finished yet. It's got a bit of work. So I've got lots on. Okay, so that's stitched right up there to the top and then come unthreaded for me. Thank you very much. Dear me. Thread that back in there. Come on. Sometime today'd be good, thank you. Okay. So go right up to the top. Right to the top here. And then you want to put this down in here, righto? Now I'm going to get the... Still got my wool. So I'm going to do a blanket stitch around to here. Okay? So hold that in there. Probably didn't get that bit enough. We'll get hold of this piece. Come here, you. Might end that off. I think I can end this off properly so I can... Which I haven't really done a very good job of fixing it up. Righto, now I should be able to do it. I hope. So we want to come up under there. Put your needle through here. Okay. Put that in the inside. Now, felt's a little bit forgiving, so, you know, it will fit in there. You need to get hold of your inside cup thing. Oh dear, this is going to keep getting caught because they're both the same length. We can fix that. And do a blanket stitch, okay? Now, get down in there and pick up that bit there. I'm not doing a very good blanket stitch yet. I will get to it. It'll look better in a minute, any minute now. So you want your cotton underneath. And you're going to come around here like that, okay? To hold it on. Get that bit and that bit. Pull it through. Get that knot out of the way. Come out of there, you. This bit and this bit. Pull that through. Look at me going all quiet because I'm trying to concentrate. I just hope I don't run out of thread. Now, you can just ease that into there because it's going to fit because of the fact that it is felt and it will do. It will fit in there. Oh no, I caught something. Oh dear, I hate it when I catch another thread and it starts to pull things undone on me. It's okay, nobody panic, I've fixed it. Just keep going around here. This is a bit of, well, three-dimensional stump workish sort of thing anyway, isn't it? It's just depends, probably just a three-dimensional, a lot of stump. There's a lot of things done in different ways, and they would call this maybe a three-dimensional piece but it is like a stump work piece too. You do stump work like this on. Now that looks really cool, doesn't it? Except that we have to fill it bits in still a bit more that we didn't quite get when we were doing this bit. So we can come up here and we can put a stitch down in there. just to make sure that it's covered. Okay, now I'm going to go around and I want to do the outside, but I want to do it in a different colour. I'll find something else to put around there. See, so now I have a little, well, it's not little at all. I was wanting something that size, so this is way too big, but I'm just giving you an idea of something that you can make. Using cotton. I don't know whether I want to put a bit of wool or cotton around the edge of it. I have to finish off the edge really nicely. Where's a shame we didn't have any purpley, isn't it? So I don't have any purpley. Okay. This bit here is going to go in the centre. I think I'll have that colour in the centre. I don't know what I'd put around the edge of there now because I've got nothing. Well, I do have, but I just might have to use it just a bit of ordinary thread instead of the wool one, because I want a bit purpler, but I don't want it too thick. Purpler but not thick. That's making sense, isn't it? These metallic ones would look good round it. Give it a little bit of a lift, maybe. I'm thinking. I'm looking and thinking. Oh, come on. That's too light, I think. You can still see it, but it's not really what I'm after today. When I said it will happen, I'm telling you now, it will happen. When I find the right bit. I must have all other colours out in another room. I must do. That one might work. I have to have lots of boxes because I'm in 2 different places, so I have lots of boxes. So I can use. Righto. I did forget about the pile of under the table. Okay, so where's. Always asked for this sort of thing for my birthday or Mother's Day. Always asked for threads. The kids were always happy to buy me cottons. It was the best present ever to get me cottons. That's pretty close to the same colour. That's probably not going to do what I'm after. I'll just look in one more so you can have a break from it, from me searching things. Need a bit more here. That's a nice one. Do I want the colour to be? Alright, that's enough, Sonya. That'll do. Find something in that. For goodness sake. I have to have a mouthful of water. So before I do the inside, I'm going to do around the edge of it. I want to try and take a little bit of the felt off there, more felt off in some places. You know, I mean, I could have did it really a bit tidier, but I think I like it is. I don't know what this would look like on it, because there's some of that in there anyway, isn't there? I might try. I like the shiny one for an edge. Oh, I'm gonna have a go at the shiny one now. Probably won't work, but we'll try it, eh? Let's have a go. Let's have a go and see if it does look good. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's not right, Sonya. This one here. And there's not enough on there, so I won't even attempt that. I'll get some more. So this is a marlet, I thought it might have been, and they are not a very nice thing to work with, but it's okay, right? Now I don't think I want it that thick, do I? No, let's only go for 2. It's actually only got 4 strands. Well, that can't be right. Surely it's got 6, but never mind. I can only see 4. And it hasn't been undone yet, so this is going to make it even worse, I suppose, by the time I pull it undone. Get it out of there, it's going to be curling up. It's got to have a little bit of, you've got to have a little bit of adventure when you're doing your sewing, don't you? You've got to have a little bit of adventure. Come on. Okie dokie. Now, I don't think I'll use that needle because I think it'll keep coming unthreaded if I do. Might try one with a smaller hole. That way it should stay in there a bit better. They both go through. Oh, there you go. Look at that. It's not playing up yet. If I had if I had wax, I don't know if I'd put that through there. I don't know what I think about that. So now I'm going to go right back in under here. So this looks like a little witch's hat, doesn't it? You could actually make one back that way. You could actually make that one that way. So I'm going to start up in here. I'm going to sneak through in under me felt from right under the bottom here. So it's going to be concealed later. And then I'm going to put a nice staggered buttonhole stitch around the edge of this, okay, reasonably close together. Go down in there straight, Sonya, so it comes out right. Okay, get down in there. Oh, I'm in a knot, am I? Brilliant. Oh, what's going on here now? I've got it stuck under that. Go back through. Try and pull it back through that way. Be easier than trying to turn it around. Now, okay, so we're going to get down in here again. It doesn't matter if you go through your stitches that are there. That's not going to matter. Won't matter at all. You just want to make some staggered. You know, they don't have to be the same length, you know, so some of them are going to be in further than others, just to give it a nice finish. Then I need to put something in the centre as well, fix that up nicely. And then, I don't know, I can't fit it on this thing, I don't think. It's because it's too big. Because I thought I was making it small, but, you know, it just didn't work that way, did it? So I need it smaller still if I wanted to make something like this. There must be a different way though I can do something smaller, because this is probably for a bigger design, for a bigger piece of work sort of thing, you know. That looks good, doesn't it? I like how that's finishing that off. I really do. Pull it up so it doesn't get out of the way. I think the little needle is finding it hard to go through there with this bit of thread, but it's okay because it's only a small needle and this thread's giving it a little bit of a hiccup, but that's alright, don't worry about that. We're just going to mosey on around here. Okay, I like it. You just like it? I do. Now this doesn't matter if this doesn't look... Oh, I've got an itch there, I'm sorry. if this doesn't look really straight or whatever, it's got to have a little bit of movement in it, so it's not, that bit's over there further than that bit there. It's just a bit skew but it's alright, it's fine. I do like how it looks. This inside bit there needs to be filled in a bit more, I see now. Sometimes you've got to look at your work a bit to see that you've got it all completed properly when you do it. I do sit down and look at mine, sit it somewhere, and so I can see it for a while until I think, oh, that's not bad, or, I like the look of that, or no, that's got to come off. I can even think that while I'm doing something, if it's got to come off, I know that it was not working properly. I do like how this is turning out, though. It looks really cool, actually. I'm a big fan of this piece. I might have to put it on something one day. Put it on, use it for something. Don't know what yet. See, because even though that bottom bit's visible, you could always put it down like that so you can't really see what's occurring under there. You can put it down like that, see? And you can't see. You put it round, some more around it, and you wouldn't be able to see the back part of it there. But if you were going to, you could complete it in a different way. But this is how we're doing this today, okay? This is what we're doing today with this one, because I think it's just really cool. You can use this for your hat, put it on your hat, put it on your belt, put it on your pocket, whatever, on your bag. There's lots of different ideas that you can use these for. Make a nice bunch of them and put them on your bag or something, and it'll look really good. Or a couple of different styles, because I'm imagining there's lots of different styles out there. I'm sure there is, and leaves and things you can do to put with it. I do think that this is making a big difference to it, this piece of thread around the outside. It's putting a bit of interest on it like wouldn't have been if I kept going with the same thing. It's making it look a lot better, I reckon. Anyway, I've got to do that middle bit too that's sitting up there not being finished. But we can do that. We just have the ability. And see, you can tell what I mean about the felt being in the same colours, because it looks good, doesn't it? It's not balking it in any way. Unless, of course, you want the colour to come up through what you're doing, you can put a different colour in amongst it. You could put a white under there, I suppose, and if you had white and some pink that you were using, a white piece of felt and used pink, might look really nice with the colour coming through the bottom. Come here, from under the back, I should say. So you could shape that into a flower shape, like, I'm just going to hold this up and drop the needle down so it can spin. And then you could have these shapes around the edge of it, couldn't you? If you wanted to draw a shape one. A different shape one. How's that sound? A different shape one, Sonya. Them birds come out there and screech at you. They sit out on our windowsill out the front sometimes and smack on it with their beaks and then they scream. I reckon though they're doing that because the cat looks out the door, and I reckon they're coming there to try and either torment him or ask him to talk or whatever they're doing, I don't know. But they come out there and they knock on the window with their beaks, and then they start screeching. And Jerry's got to open the door and go away, because they really do insist for some reason. I don't think he's too close to our place, this one that I can hear yelling now, but they do get there. I don't mind them. I love birds. All animals, they're good, really good things, animals. I'm nearly there. Nearly got round here. Oh, the time's nearly up too. That's not good. I've got a lot to do yet. But anyway, we'll see how we go. It's getting short. It's got bits of cotton. It's getting short. Nearly there, though. Nearly there. Nobody panic. I don't have to put another bit in there. I do want to do the inside part for you, to show you what to do there. But it won't take long, I don't think. I'm not going to use this needle around here anymore because it's just not right. I'm going to have to thread it though to end this off properly. I'm going to put, where am I, under here. So we're back to the beginning, and I've nearly made it to a bit of curvy bits anyway, haven't I? I want to pull that in a bit further. So I'll put this on the back. I'll cut that knot off a bit shorter in that one. This one here, got some serious knots going on here, haven't I? Come on, oh, that's where I tied them two together, but I won't panic about it. I'll stitch it down in a minute when I go around here, because I want to go around this inside part here now, and I've got this little bit, so it should make it round there, shouldn't it? And I only want 2 strands. Pull the other one off there. I'll do that. I might do the inside piece first for you, show you. I don't think that's too bright. No. Now this is a reasonably simple way to do this. Where's that needle I had? Did I put it back in there? There's one here, but is this it? Maybe it's another one. Oh, it'll be here on the table somewhere. I needed the one with the big eye so I could put that through though. What do I do with that? Did I put it up in the pin cushion? It's probably not likely because I know me. Knowing me, it wouldn't be there. Come on. Where are you? Oh, it is. No, this one here is though. That's a bit huge, but that doesn't matter. It'll suit the purpose. Now I'm going to thread this through, right? I'm going to hope that I can get this right. I've got some stamens here somewhere on the table. I had them here yesterday, but I've only got a couple because I took the other here, the yellow, and that's okay. It's okay for yellow, isn't it? Yes. Very long though, and I do not want them too long. I'm going to go down in there. Way too long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and keep them so they don't get... I don't really want to cut them because then they might be easy to sew in. But I'm going to do this first. I'm going to put this in here first. So I'm going to go through here with your piece of yellow thread and come out the bottom. Alright. I probably should have did 2 at a time because this might take forever if I'm doing one. And come back up through there, but not in the same space. Okay. I'm going to use 2 bits. I'm going to have 2 together now. Back down in there. And leave some coming out the top. Where would you go? Would you disappear down in there? No, don't pull that one. Pull that one. Okay. We're keeping a bit out there so we can make a fluffy thing. You're going to make a fluffy thing. I was going to sew around there, but I wanted to just show you how to put this on here first. Okay. There we go. Ah, dear. Come on. Really? Gotcha. And then we'll go back down through there again, and that should be enough, eh? But this time, I want to take this in there with me. if I loop that round there and take it down, will it be too long? Probably. But if you loop this round here, right, catch it and take it down through here, I'm hoping it won't be too, and it is way too long because I'm not going to pull down there very far. So that'll have to come out. It will have to come out. Come on. Oh, you come. I'll have to put them in later when I fasten them. You don't have to have any stamen things in there if you don't want to. It's up to you. It's your design. You can please yourself what you put in the inside of it. I want to pull some more of them out of there though and fasten this off and cut it, and then I'll trim these back as much as I can so it does not too, we don't want it too over the top, do we? We don't want it too big. More. Give it a haircut. And then I get my needle and I just fluff that out a bit. I usually use my thumb too to scratch it on. I always have done. You can get a piece of cardboard if you want to and put underneath it. Like, come on, Sonya, I haven't got time for this. Here's the end of the ticket there, look. Just use that and put it down and then scratch it down so it opens up. You want your piece of wool fabric, wool cotton stuff to open so you can make it fluffy. Right, first fluffy insides, and then I still want to do another row of this shiny bit around the inside of there. Did I thread that needle? I think I did. But anyway, what have I done with that? Oh no, it's still here. So we've got one of those, look. Well, and it'd look much better if I had some of them other things in there. I might just cut them. And then you've got to work out though how to hold them in, keep them in there somehow. Maybe I should use a different colour too. That's not going in there. I just want to show it to you. I'm going to use another, I think I'll use another colour, like a green one or something. But if you put these little fellas in there, I think it looks really nice myself. I like it. And I'm going to put this this part here around in there. So I do hope you like that. I made it too big to put on this piece of work though, so that's okay. Anyway, we'll be back after to show you something else. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.